Well, let's begin what's trending. As the Presidential Election Petitions Tribunal began hearing petitions on Monday, Nigerians and leaders of thought have shared different opinions on the petitions filed by various opposition parties and their candidates, challenging the victory of Bølà Ahmed Tïñûbū as winner of the elections, while the Ooni of Ife, Adeyeye Ogunwusi Ojoja II, has appealed to supporters of the main opposition parties, the People's Democratic Party and the Labour Party, to sheath their swords ahead of the inauguration day. The monarch urged various party supporters to forget about the past and work with the president-elect, Bølà Ahmed Tïñûbū, stating that regardless of their candidate of choice, all hands must be on deck to put Nigeria on the right path to greatness because the elections are over. Well, the Ooni made the comment while hosting a high delegation sent by Kenyan President William Ruto in Lagos. Dr. Bati, before I take my reactions, I would love your comment on this story because, I mean, you know, only recently also the Kenyan president as well endorsed Bølà Ahmed Tïñûbū. I guess this is the result of that visit. But a lot of Twitter users have, you know, I don't know if to use the word condemn his comment because obviously the petitions are on the way, very expensive petitions. And I mean, how do you say the elections are over? You should just forget about the petitions. I mean, that's some of the comments that I've gotten, but I'll take some reactions before I speak.
The present Ooni of Ife is young, is very modern in his approach. He's also very political and he's been engaging in a lot of diplomacy, either with Africans in diaspora or with other African countries. And so it is not surprising that the president of Kenya will send a delegation to come and meet with them. So that's, you know, another dimension of, you know, traditional rulers taking a modern approach. There are some other traditional rulers who are, you know, of the same age extraction with him, who are better known for wearing designer clothes, dancing at birthday parties and all that. But he has taken a higher ground. So at that level, I can say, you know, what he's been doing with diplomacy, using the traditional throne as a tool of modern diplomacy is commendable. The second issue, which is of interest to you, is the political comment that he made, appealing to people to sheath their swords. Well, it's just an opinion. Even if you are the traditional ruler, whether you are the Ooni of Ife, the Sultan of Sokoto, you are the father of all within the community. You can express your opinion, you can advise people, you can say, you know, what you want to say. It doesn't mean that it is binding on people. But what he has said is appealing for unity. He's saying, look, let us support Asiwaju Bølà Ahmed Tïñûbū now that he's the president-elect. That's what he is supposed to say as a traditional ruler, as a father of many. He's not supposed to go and say, oh, go and fight, go and cause problems. That would be a wrong thing. So he said the right thing there. What he has said is politically correct. So it is up to the people who also have their own right to go to the tribunal, to go there. So even if he tells them, oh, well, sheath your swords and all that, it's immaterial. There is a process that is already in place. The Labour Party is there, the APM is there, the PDP is there, the court has started sitting. That process will continue. But what he has said is what he will say, what he must say as a traditional ruler. But other people may well say, oh, what is the king saying? Okay, do they expect the Ooni of Ife stool to tell people to go and fight? Yeah. No, that would not be statesmanly.
All right, I'll read this tweet from Professor who wrote, Ooni of Ife once encouraged Nigerian youths to work together to achieve a new Nigeria. He charged the youth to get involved in politics. And majority aligned with Peter Obi today, their ancient king wants the same youth to embrace Bølà Tïñûbū and old order. Kabiyesi o. Well, D wrote, kings shouldn't be partisan. Why don't you advise everyone to follow due process rather than asking them to forget? Do you even know how much people spent for this? Why are you guys like this? People might get more angry with such a post. We need a country for all, not a few. Ayo.
All right, yes, and I'm glad that Dr. Bati set the foundation in terms of the fact that he's made a politically correct statement. He's spoken as a leader, as a father, as he ought to. However, the other side of it is the aspect where he talks about sheathing your swords and forgetting the past. The challenge that we have sometimes in terms of our political architecture is the fact that we often give this advice to people, young people, older people, forget about the past. Recall just before the elections, we had Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu say when he was responding to a question with regards to NSAS that, oh, forget about that, let's move forward. What does moving forward mean? Moving forward, does it mean accepting the injustice as some people have judged the previous elections to be? What should be said, actually, that should be a more politically correct statement is that the matter is in court. We hope that justice will be served. Correct. And we're looking on the judiciary to ensure that this happens. And so that's what we're looking forward to, because he's young. He's a symbol of hope for many young people in Nigeria, and he should be seen as being fair across board and wanting the best of the nation, such that we do not promote what people feel as being aggrieved, and we don't downplay the role of the rule of law, especially if people are seeking redress in court.
I tried to scream, but my